about this many times, especially in the morning looking in the mirror. Is there a way to grow older gracefully?
Well, we can only hope, but our guest this morning says there is. We are joined by Angela Paul, the author of The Beauty of Aging. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Lovely to be here.
We've only got you for a few minutes, and we want all that you can give us. Give us some tips.
Well, basically, I think that women, especially women, need to start taking care of themselves from the inside out. That's where it has to start. I mean, we live in a culture, especially in Hollywood, where everybody's obsessed with staying youthful. But, you know, they're missing the point, because you really have to age gracefully from the inside out, which means you have to develop an inner life. So for me, it very much starts with meditation and grounding yourself in the reality that we're not just these physical body that we live in for a very short period of time. To start there. And then, you know, there's obviously all the natural things, eating well. I do a lot of organic juicing, which is very good, you know. And then in the morning, first thing in the morning, I always do hot water, lemon, and ginger. Forget about the caffeine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the hot water and the lemon and the ginger helps to boost your digestive system, and it also gives you a nice glow. So it kind of revs everything up, and that's a good way to start the day.
So is that a mistake, the caffeine?
Well, you know, I can't tell you what to do. I mean, yeah, I like a little bit of caffeine too, but honestly, the Ayurvedic system, the Indian system of the hot water, lemon, and ginger, it just really revs up the digestion. So everything gets kind of cleaned out, your skin looks glowing, and I think that's a great way to start.
Yeah, and speaking of skin, we're 2 inches away from you. Beautiful skin, beautiful hair. How do you keep things up?
Well, I'm actually very low maintenance. We live in a town where people are pretty high maintenance, but I believe in just keeping it as natural as possible. Eat a lot of avocados, which is very good for your skin. I use organic olive oil on my face, and try and stay out of the sun. And, you know, basic stuff like that. And I really don't let the outside world determine how I view my own aging process. So, in other words, I'm not going to buy into the cultural pressure to look good at any age. And I think that we live in a culture where women feel pretty much invisible by the time they turn 40, which is pretty sad, you know. I mean, I grew up in England, and I also lived in Japan for 8 years, where there's much more of an understanding and an honoring of the elderly, which we don't really have here. So I think that's something we really need to change.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the mistakes that a lot of us are making?
Well, definitely one of the big ones is stay away from people smoke. You know, we won't even go there. Well, we will go there. You know, from the health perspective, smoking is definitely a no-no. But even from a beauty perspective, the fact that you're doing this, you're blowing on this all the time. You're creating lines here around the mouth, constantly puffing, and then drinking with a straw. Little things like that. If you avoid that, you sort of, the strange things with them, you will avoid the wrinkles around the mouth. The other huge thing, which I think that people do them a big disservice, and it's free, is to get more sleep. I mean, you know, sleep is, for me, the biggest beauty and health tip. And you don't, again, it's free, you know, but I don't know how people can get by with 5 or 6 hours sleep. You know, I mean, again, unless you're in a vampire movie, dark circles under the eyes really doesn't work. I think, you know, a rested face is a beautiful face.
Well, Angela, you certainly have done it. Thank you.
Yes, and Paul's book is called The Beauty of Aging. We're getting a great look at that. And if you'd like more information, just go to our website, KCAL9.com, and click